How important do you think all the visual aspects are?
I think it's really important.
Have been accepted as well without the aesthetics in the visual department as a band, I mean.
I actually think visuals are really important. Find the coolest, most amazing track you know of, your favorite track, and close your eyes, and your brain will automatically think of visuals. You know, if you think of a movie like, you know, the Japanese cyberpunk movie Tetsuo, you close your eyes, and if you watch that without the music to it, you will start to think of music to it. And then again, if you listen to music that's really, really intense, you will probably think of Tetsuo or Blade Runner or whatever. The mind it will always fill in the blanks. Actually, when I was at uni, we learned that when you go and see a gig, a show, you will remember 20% of what you heard and 80% of what you saw. Your brain is wired to recall visuals more than music. Like, for example, last night at this gig, I can tell you down to the detail what the guy on stage was wearing. As far as the music goes, I remember it was really, really awesome, and he was singing in one bit. And I remember I have a really good recollection of music, although I was drunk. But the point is that, you know, music and visuals, it's all interlocked. Like, it's all, for us, the core thing is about the idea. And it's not about, you know, what you look like or anything like that, or what you sound like. It's the entire concept that is being presented. So I think it's really important, because also our audience they're also geared like that. You look at how they're dressed. Aesthetics are important to them. It's important to us. Plus, it's fun. And it's fun to get dressed up. And we do crazy photo shoots because when we're writing the music, we see all of these things. We see text moving, and we see, so let's do a photo shoot and a video that reflects this. Actually, with the last album, and with this Larva, Pupa, Coffin, I just sat down with the images, and I was inspired by the images. When I saw the images, I thought of music, and a lot of the music came about because of the way Destroy X was like across that great big carpet of typography.
Now that you have your kind of rock and roll instruments that you built, at least one has survived, I hope. I was wondering if you like sit down and just play solo on it and try to come up with something cool and try to replicate that these days, or do you just I mean, when you start writing your new tracks, do you sit down beforehand and just play around with it until you find something cool and then replicate that?
Yeah. Like over here with this one, this is a really easy setup, a really basic patch that's, you know, set up for something. I mean, like I can do all sorts of fun things actually. Fun stuff like that, like sure will. Something I really like doing is actually building up an instrument using the modular synth, creating something completely new, and then just jamming on it for an hour or something and coming up with a whole bunch of really weird, crazy fucking sounds. And normally when I do that, I'm recording it, like I just recorded it then. And yeah, I love to sit down, believe it or not, with a piano and play a piano. I don't have access to a piano, but one thing I love doing is plucking the strings of a piano. I just love it. It's the most gorgeous, freaky, creepy sound there is. Yeah, even building a big, tall kind of sitar thing and plucking on that as well. I love the process of making music. I love making it traditionally. I love making it experimentally.
That's actually the first time I've ever heard anyone actually plucking the strings of a piano.
Yeah, it's great.
That's a fucking cool approach.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, There's a lot of early 20th century composers and stuff that did that. You can come up with some really wonderful things. The thing about a piano is when you hit that, when the hammer hits the string, it's actually hitting 3 strings. Sometimes 2, in the really deep notes, so it's only 1 string, but that's why a piano sounds so big and loud. It's because that hammer is hitting 3 strings. And when you pluck those strings independently, the piano sounds completely different. It sounds like this really scary, freaky instrument. And, you know, you can be plucking strings with your right hand and playing some really deep, like, bass pedal notes with your left hand, and you can come up with the scariest shit. It's really awesome. Or the most beautiful music, you know, whatever you're into. It's all about fucking shit up. Same with electronics. You know, don't focus on what it can do. Focus on what it's not supposed to do. You know, find something new.
Alright, cool. I was wondering something about the American audience, and well, you mentioned the European, they differ quite a lot from country to country. How's the American audience like? Is it like wherever you go it's kind of the same, not exactly?
As far as the scenes go, there's a lot of similarity between places. Different cities will get much more dressed up than other cities, but you know, the thing about Europe is, if you go to somewhere like Poland is very traditional, you know, traditional goth. Well, I thought so anyway. But then you go to somewhere like Holland, and they're all cyberpunks there. It's like big hair, big crazy color. Then Germany is more kind of really military. You know, then there's England, and they're just crazy raver goths. I find all that really interesting, but something else really cool, I'm not answering your question, is that there is this thing that I've noticed increasingly when we go to shows. There's this big bunch of people, like 25% of the people there have never been to a goth industrial EBM show in their life. And they usually turn up with t-shirts and shirts that are stenciled, because we do like a lot of stenciling and stuff from our website. We give out stencils for free. And they rock up with Angelspit stencils all over themselves, and all over their clothes, and crazy fucking makeup and crazy hair. You know, they're not really interested in scenes or anything like that. They're interested in pushing something new. You know, afterwards promoters always say, wow, who are those guys? And it's like, I don't know who those people are. They're just awesome, and they've just come to check it all out. So, yeah, I didn't answer your question.
I said. Yeah, you answered it.